Hello everyone, welcome to another video, and today we have a bit of a different video. We will be ranking aircraft types and putting them into the tier. So let's start with the first one. We have the Airbus A320. So the Airbus A320 is of course one of the most popular aircraft in the world, and it looks pretty good. I think it's going to be an A tier. So next we have the Airbus A318. I think the Airbus A318 is actually an unnecessary plane because there are so many better planes from different manufacturers that are the same size as the Airbus A318. For example, the Embraer and Bombardier. And it also didn't get a lot of orders. And they already have the A319 and the A320 and the A321, so I don't think they need the baby bus. So it's going into the D tier. So Boeing 717. I haven't flown that one because it doesn't fly a lot anymore, but I think it was a decent plane. So it's going into the let's put it into the B tier. Next we have the Airbus A220. So the Airbus A220 is, to be honest, my favorite plane because it looks very good, it's very modern, it is very friendly for the pilots and the passengers as well, and I have flown this plane the most, so it's going into the S tier. The Airbus A319, it's mid. It's like the A320 but just smaller, so B tier. Airbus A321. Well, that's a cool plane. I have flown it once. Nothing too special, but like the A320, I think an A tier for that would be fine. The Airbus A330, so the butter machine. I think that's a good plane from Airbus, especially to fly long haul, but not too long, and it also has quite a lot of seats, so an A tier as well. Next is the A340, the flying pencil. So I have heard that the A340 is the weakest plane because it's so long and it has 4 engines, and the engines aren't very powerful. For example, the Boeing 777 is also the same size, but it has 2 very powerful engines, and with 4 engines it's not very good for the fuel savings. So an A330 should be fine to use instead of the A340, so it's going into the D tier with the baby bus. So the Airbus A350 is definitely a very modern plane. I haven't flown that, but I like the looks, and I will put it in the A tier as well. So the A380, the biggest plane, the biggest commercial plane in the world. I think it's too big. Well, you don't need that big of a plane, you could have a smaller one as well, but it's fine. I think it's a B for me. So next is the Boeing 737 MAX. Well, that's quite of a new plane, and I think it's modern and passenger friendly, so that's going into the A tier. The Boeing 737 has almost the same number of orders as the A330, so T2, the A330 and the Boeing 737 are the most ordered medium haul aircraft in the world. Yes, I have flown that on Ryanair, of course, and it's completely good. I'll put it in the A as well. The Boeing 747, the Queen of the Skies. Well, that's a legendary plane for sure. I don't really like the look so much. I know it's a cool plane, a double-decker. I will put it in the B tier beside the Airbus A380. Next we have the Boeing 757. That's not too beautiful, but I think it's cool, so I'll put it in the B tier as well. The Boeing 767, I think that you could just use Boeing 777 instead of the 767, right? The 777 is just a bit longer but better on fuel and stuff. The 767, it's normal, nothing too special. It will go in the B tier. We have only 5 aircraft left. Next is the Boeing 777. That is a very cool long-haul plane, as well as the A350. I'm going to put it in the A tier. But the Boeing 777X, it's not out for commercial use yet, but I think it's going to be a very nice plane for long haul. A very modern, very economic. I think it will be an S tier plane for sure. The Boeing 787, it's a good long haul plane. I like it the same as the A350, which means I will put it in the A tier. Oh wow, we have a lot of A tier planes today. And now 2 little planes. Embraer 170. That's a meat plane. Haven't flown. Looks very small. I think it will go in the C tier. And the bigger version of that, Embraer 175. I'll put it in the B tier. Don't ask why. So, thanks for watching this plane ranking video. Let me know in the comments if you have similar thoughts and what would be your list. What would you put in the S tier? And see you next time.